Okay, so you're selling your house and you're willing to take payments, or maybe you want to just break up your profit over time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to sell your house on a land contract. Okay, so first, I'm actually gonna show you a screen share of my land contract that I use. I'm gonna walk through how to sell your house on a land contract, and stick around until the very end. I've got a free gift for you. All right, so this is a land contract example that I actually use in my own business. I can sell land with this. I can sell a house with a land contract. You know, sometimes land contracts can be used interchangeably with contract for deed or land contract. It just depends who's saying it, what state you're in. But I'm gonna give you a breakdown of the exact land contract that I use in my business. And I just ask that if you take this, I'm actually gonna give it to you at the very end, but I just ask that you run this by your real estate attorney and make sure this works in your state. So some real estate attorneys might want you to at least at a minimum have a notary sign this. On this particular example, I don't have a notary signature spot. So let's go ahead and break it down. I got the screen recording on my computer here, and we're just gonna go through it and break it down line by line. And so this agreement is entered into this 3rd day of January 2022 by and between blank as the seller, let's just call Sam the seller, and Billy Bob the buyer, the purchaser. The sale of the property, the seller agrees to convey, sell, and assign, transfer, and set unto the purchaser the following property situated in, let's just call it El Paso County, Colorado, state of Colorado. And said property being described as the following, with a legal description of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and with a property address of 123 Main Street, Colorado Springs, Colorado. So together with all rights and ownership of property associated with the property, including but not limited to all easements and rights benefiting the property owner, whether or not such easements or rights recorded, all tenants, improvements, and apertures, including without limitation, all lighting fixtures, plumbing fixtures, shades, ventilation, blinds, everything on the property is subject to all recorded easements, rights of way, conditions, encumbrances, limitations to all applicable building and restriction zoning laws and ordinance, if any, affecting the property. And I'm reading this word by word. We're going to break it down line by line, and I'm going to do my best to give you the layman terms information, like how to explain this so most people can understand it. The purchase price of the property is, let's just say $100,000, which purchaser shall pay to the seller as follows. The sum of, let's just say, $10,000 down shall be due and payable upon execution of this agreement. That's like the down payment. The balance of $90,000, because we're selling it for $100, we're getting $10,000 down, so that's going to leave a balance of $90,000. Payments of, let's just say, $900 will be paid monthly for a period of, I don't know, for easy quick math, we're just going to say, 15 years. So with an interest rate of 6% interest, you could put whatever you want in here. That's why it's completely fillable. And at the end, I'm going to give you this exact form that I use. I just ask that you run it by your real estate attorney. Note servicing fee of $10. You can change this to whatever. Some note servicing fees will charge you a percentage. Some will charge you $20. I would recommend just seeing exactly where this is at. If you're only doing one note, you might have it your own servicing it. I actually pay a note servicing company, and it runs me about $10 each. And I think they're going up to $20 per now. So I've got to increase that. And you want to pass that on to your buyer. And the estimated taxes of, let's just say, $100 a month. So there's $110 right there. $100 for the taxes plus $100 for the note service fee. And then HOA dues will be paid monthly in the amount of, let's just say they're $10. So now we're looking at $120 on top of that $900 payment. So technically we're at $1,020 per month. So total monthly payment, including the $10 note service fee and taxes and HOA, equal $1,020 per month. Payments will begin on the 1st of January 2022 and will continue until the principal is paid off in full. You know, if you're trying to figure out how to do a note service exactly, and I'm going to show you a quick tip here. I love to go to a spot called Loan Calculator, and I like to go to calculator.net, and I'm gonna actually break it down exactly what a $90,000 loan would look like at 15 years at 6% interest. And you click calculate. It's a very handy tool. You can even get little apps like this for your phone. So this payment every month would be $759. I was a little off on the $900. The total amount of 15 years of payments on a $90,000 loan will be $136,000. You would collect $46,000 in interest. I also want to show you a really quick way of seeing how the banks operate. But before I do, I want you to smash that subscribe button. I come out with these videos 5 days a week, and I give you the tidbits, the ninja tips and tricks of what we do in my business every single day. But I want to show you the way that the banks base these loans. Let's just say that they gave you a 30-year mortgage at 6% interest. Well, 30-year mortgage at 6% interest is a payment of $539 a month, not too much lower than that first payment that we saw at a 15-year mortgage. But however, a lot has changed here. The total payments you're going to pay back is a little over $194,000, almost $200,000. You only borrowed $90,000. You're going to pay back $194,000 back. You're going to pay back more interest than what you actually borrowed. So technically, this is why the banks are the biggest buildings in every city, in every state in the country. It's not 6%. That's like way more than 6%, right? Well, I digress. Let's get back to the land contract. And this is why you would want to sell a house on a land contract for those exact purposes right there. The longer the mortgage, the better. The higher interest, the better for you. Payments will begin. Time is of the essence. Maintenance and property improvements. Basically what that's saying is you're not going to let the property deteriorate. You're only going to improve it. And if you want to do improvements, you need to submit it via writing, whether email or letter. Condition of the property: purchaser agrees that the seller has not made nor now makes any representation warranties to the condition of the property. Basically, you get what you get. It's as is. Default: if you go in default, you basically have 14 days to get it recovered, and if you don't fix it, they can take the property back from you. This is all negotiable. Every bit of this is totally negotiable. Deed and evidence of the title: basically upon the purchaser's final payment, you have a certain amount of time, sometimes 30, sometimes 60 days, to within 90 days delivery of the deed. So you have 3 months to deliver this deed. You know, you can change that to whatever you like. Notices: all notices should be in writing and within 3 days via mail or email. And then this is very important: the seller's address, phone number, and email address. Email address, phone number, and address. Because that phone number can change, that email can change, one of those things can change, but hopefully you have all 3 of these. Purchaser's address, again, phone number, email, address, and you want all this information. Assignment of sale: you cannot assign this. Now, granted, you can change it to whatever you like with your attorney. Late payment charges: after 5 days, it's late, a $25 fee. I recommend probably increasing that a little bit. We've now increased our fee to $50. Actually, I think it's going up to $75 after the new year because we're tired of late payments. I'm gonna just go through this a little faster. The entire agreement and the rest of this stuff is like all attorney jargon, and I don't want to get into acting as an attorney. So if you have questions about that, run it by your real estate attorney. And then other provisions: we charge a doc fee of now $275. This covers our like recording fees and document fees and paper and you name it. It's extra fees that allows us to kind of offset some charges. And then payments will due on the first of each month until the loan is paid in full. Signed by these parties on these days: purchaser, 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 seller. Hope that makes sense. I hope this explains why you would want to sell your property on a contract for deed or a land contract. So basically, I told you I would give you a free gift at the end of this video. I'm going to offer that to you now, and that is the exact land contract that I just showed you. I actually call it a contract for deed most of the time with my land business, but if you head on over to thelandsharks.com/CFD, that's contract for deed. That's the landsharks.com/CFD. That is my gift to you today for watching this video. And definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out. Talk to you later.